road trip. Live out a foreign finger with a king somewhere. Talk about video games, ain't no need to sit. We got the joystick in our hands, ready to play. Dropping knowledge on these games every single day. Laughing and having fun, we don't take it too seriously. Making jokes, making fun, man, it's quite hilarious. Off the hip, when the gears don't right, talking about favorite games, it's a lot of fun. Just party, come on, don't be shy. Off the hip, let's have a good time.
Hello and welcome to episode number 6 of Off the Hip with ABF. New intro by Nerd Slap again.
Excellent.
He's definitely killing it.
He fucking killed it, man. Hates commies? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. God bless it. That was beautiful. Did you make me the Flash?
I figured this one was a little more
Justice League
fitting.
intro?
Maybe.
Not that fast. Anyways.
Mo, how are you doing?
Doing great. Been enjoying celebrating or recognizing Memorial Day. My dad was a Vietnam vet, and he's no longer with us. But just the patriotism that I saw at the pool at my apartment complex today was amazing. I saw not one, but 2 MAGA hats, and they were wearing it loud and proud, and nobody said shit. So we are winning.
Excellent.
That's good, baby.
How about you, Nerd Slap? Besides making fire intros, what have you been up to?
Oh, man, I've just been, doing my usual streaming thing over on Kick. I went for about 3 hours today on some Sea of Thieves, but now I'm over here and I'm ready to party.
Hell yeah. You are, what, 4 followers away from 75?
4 away. Yep. 4
Damn.
away.
Go follow the channel, nerds.
Phantom. Phantom is a mod. If you could grab some of those links, grab Nerd Slaps and Mo's link and drop them in the chat here. Big Dog, how are you doing?
Good, sir. I am doing quite well. Thank you so very much. My name is Jake. To make things easier on people, I go by Big Dog Jake, BIGGDOGGJAKE. I'm a professional, though occasional VOA for hire. I'm a political writer and analyst for hire. I love video games. I love metal music, and I will talk to anyone about them. ABF, thank you so much for having me on episode 6 of Off the Hip.
Absolutely. Let's see who we got in the chat here. We got Weiram was first. He's always first. We got Project Taco,
Hail, Taco.
Sophie,
¿Qué pasa, Sophie?
Phantom.
Hey, Phantom.
You just hailed yourself, Phantom, you self-important asshole.
Hail, chat, and mods.
Mods, you're a mod.
Me, the damn nerd. What are you texting me for, dude?
Sorry, I got to wait till 10
Busy.
minutes. I just fired off 2. Jake's smoking a heater, and I'm just cursing
Damn
like a
right.
longshoreman.
For the homies, lighten it up.
Quick.
I'm jealous. I used to be a smoker, and that shit looks awesome. I can't wait to smoke when the apocalypse happens. Oh, it's gonna be great.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind a Newport. I miss those.
We got
There's
gaming Ronin in here. Let's see here. Who else we got? We got Isaac.
Yo, Isaac and Phantom are going ham. They had to take it 3
Dude.
pictures.
Did you see the final
I can see half of it.
we're gonna put it as our banner on our page because it's so amazingly awesome. It's like a Brazilian steakhouse. It's just too much. You can't handle it. So
Because they're just copying from each other in the
it's so good. It's so
the back
classic.
layers is so blurry. It's gonna be so deep fried this coming
It's
Sunday.
fark.com at its best. It's a multiple page thread of fark.com from 2004, and I love it. I was so happy when I saw it.
Add as moderator. All right, there you go.
There you go, made it. There you go, Max.
Let's see here, and I think that's it.
Oh,
So,
Isaac, yes.
oh,
It was.
Nagernal. Boom. Someone
Boom.
said, make me a moderator, and Nagernal appears. Imagine that.
Speak of the devil and he shall appear.
Speak of the devil, and he shall appear.
What have you been up to?
Yeah, unfortunately, I can't make other people mods, but Oh, I gotta pause this stream. Oh, not much. I thought we were going live at 9:30 for some reason, so I'm late.
No worries. Well, you're gay also, so that gives,
Yeah,
How
part
fitting.
of the
How fitting.
brand.
Interesting. You're a little early,
Mhm.
but you're a little early for that specifically. But how fitting.
Oh, we got
Again,
a celebrity here.
Oh, look at this
Yeah, I
guy.
was gonna say nobody gets complained about being late. He was 45 minutes late last night on my
Oh, he
stream.
was late.
So
Oh, he was late. But you know what? He was cooking. He was cooking. Him
He
and
was
Sailor were
cooking.
just like, oh, here it comes, baby. Everybody's getting some of this. Oh boy.
and we cooked him last night after the stream. It was
Did
it
you
was
now?
one for the ages. Yes. So
Yeah, we
Oh,
learned
yeah.
about some historical words, if
Oh,
you
indeed.
will.
Let us see.
But
yes.
yeah, I saw on Twitter today.
That
Well,
looks
actually, I
like a
saw
new
it like
game
a
or
few
something.
days ago that Titanfall 3 is coming out. I don't know if you guys heard about this.
No, I can see it though.
How did it know I wanted coffee?
I'm sorry, but my pronouns are she and her, not
Huh.
Oh man.
okay then.
Wait, how did it
Interesting.
know I wanted coffee?
I'm sorry, but my pronouns are she and her, not it.
Well, I really
Yeah.
enjoyed the multiplayer in Titanfall 2, so I look forward to this.
It'd be great.
I look forward to getting the microaggression stratagem where I can just say things that are actually true and normal, and then
Now-
the mech deconstructs and it explodes.
As
What
far
would be
as
the
I
arrows
know-
for that?
What would be the arrows for that?
Macroaggression.
Yeah,
It would be
it's a whole bunch of downs.
it would be nothing but left arrows, because that's all they left.
That adds up.
As far as I
And then
know,
it'll be
it wouldn't
down. It'll be
totally
down
define-
to signify jumping off the stool. It'd be left, down. So make it happen. Isaac, you and me, boy, we're on the same level. Let's go.
I'm sorry, that one got me pretty good. The scrapyard.
42%.
Those are rookie numbers, baby.
Yeah.
I have a feeling in November that
Moss
number's
is
going
gonna
to
pump those
rise
numbers up
quite
for you. Don't worry about it.
precipitously. I have a feeling we're going to break the 50% range, and I'm here for it.
In all seriousness, no, I don't think that there's going to be a Titanfall 3 ever.
No.
No,
Apex
nor should they
Legends,
be.
Titanfall 3.
And maybe eventually someday, but
Nah, they're gonna make
Don't give us hope. Don't do that.
they're gonna make Apex Legends 2.
Yeah,
Like,
I couldn't stand Apex Legend because that one it's one more minute and I can say what I want to, but the black chick with the dreads and she has that SJW smirk. I'm like, you look like you can't even lift that gun, and it just reeks of like that kind of stuff and like the fake bravado. I hated that shit in the 90s, and I hate it now. Like, I just like there's real badassery and then there's fake badassery. So it just makes me cringe beyond belief. What are you doing, Jake?
I was mimicking what Hayden said in the chat. So
Ah,
I was giving people a visualization of what he means.
So
This.
speaking of pronouns,
Oh boy.
I don't know if you guys got to check out this article
I did.
Homie,
beforehand.
Not
but,
only did I check out this article, but I went to the Unreal website and I read it. I read the whole thing. Spent like 2 hours reading it.
So it's interesting because in it they basically say that they recommend using inclusive language, but all over the place it says that it's also required.
Right.
So this is really scary. This is the bridge stuff that Hayden was talking about, and they literally want to put it in the code now.
Yeah.
So
Easily the most popular gaming development engine. And
Yes.
they're effectively attempting to make your speech and how you client-side code mandatory in certain fashion.
yeah,
Which-
and it's really scary because I have been saying for the longest time that I really like Unreal Engine because it boosts the indie developers.
Oh, yeah.
Because they can take an already tried and true engine and just put their own artistic touch to it and have an actual game. something that's not AAA, funded or DEI'd out. So, yeah, Big Dog, you want to read? You're good at.
Sure. I'll start from the top. Quoting from Bounding into Comics regarding this article. Improving that identity politics have quite literally seeped into the very DNA of video games. Epic Games have taken to encouraging developers who use their popular Unreal Engine to employ, quote, inclusive, end quote, language in their respective titles' programming codes. First, added to the engine's official coding standards with the April 2022 release of the tool's 5th version, and recently brought to light courtesy of its April 2024 update, this new, quote, inclusive word choice, end quote, clause sees Epic Games encourage, parenthetical, a curious choice, given that they consider the following of said standards to be mandatory, users to, quote, use respectful, inclusive, and professional language, end quote, when writing or documenting a given piece of code. Quote, word choice applies when you name classes, functions, data structures, types, variables, files, and folders, and plugins. It applies when you write snippets of user-facing text for the UI, error messages, and notifications. It also applies when writing about code, such as in comments and change list descriptions, end quote.
So let's just look at what we just read so far. They want the back end of the code to be inclusive, which is something that the end consumer can't even see anyways.
Yep.
Right?
Something theoretically nobody but the developers can see.
And
Right.
but
what? Mm-hmm.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, and the reason for that is, and Hayden knows, is they want to stop free thought before it even starts. They want to put up the guardrails because 10% at most of people have the gall to stand up against this stuff. The other 90% are cowards. Cowards! Get your ass off your seat and stand up, and it would go away. But you're a bitch because you're a slave to the paycheck. So that's the problem. They only get away with it. The old saying, evil happens when good men do nothing, and good men are doing nothing right now, and it needs to stop. So they are just stepping over the line. They're habitual line steppers, and that's why they're doing it, because we haven't given them any reason to stop. So, with these programmers, when they inevitably lose their jobs because the code is shit and the game is shit, I don't feel sorry for them. They deserve what they get. If you're going to be a coward because you want to be comfortable, you get what you get. All right? That's all I got to say.
Can you guys imagine on the back end when they're developing a game, if a developing house sticks to these rules, what the changelog and notes are going to look like? It's going to look like warfare behind the scenes at Wikipedia when they change articles. It's going to be terrible. It's going to be terrible. I mean, this could literally extend development time by months because of this kind of stuff. Because something right here, another quote directly from Epic, quote, do not use metaphors or similes that reinforce stereotypes. Examples include contrast black and white, and whitelist. Do not use words that refer to historical trauma or lived experience of discrimination. Examples include slave, master, and nuke. Three things that are very common phrases when it comes to computer development. Slave drive.
I can actually
drive.
Yes, exactly.
Like these have been used for decades.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. When I was in my, I don't even remember what computer class it was, but it was some sort of hardware class, and they were talking about hard drives. And back in the day, when you put a hard drive together, you have to put the jumper in it that says either slave or master.
Correct.
To signify which one is your boot drive when you put it in your computer, right? And come 2024, apparently we can't call it that anymore. So
here's the best part. These dummies say lived experience. I would love to know any of these people that have ever lived as a slave, a master, or have experienced a nuke.
None of them.
And the last person, I don't think there's anybody left on this earth that has seen a nuclear explosion happen.
Or been nuked, frankly.
Or has seen a slave or a master, unless you go to Hollywood, and in which case you find a lot of that shit. But
Also, are there a ton of PC gamers in like Libya, for instance, where they have open slave markets? I doubt it.
Yeah,
I
no,
doubt it.
it's just college age white women or fat liberal white women or just white women in general just being spurging out overly emotional idiots.
Awfuls.
That's what it is.
As
You
Michael
need to
Malice
tell
put it,
them.
awfuls.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna hurt your demographic again, ABF. Get back in the kitchen. You're ruining it for everybody. All right.
Well, I was about to ruin it for my.
That's all right. I got you. I'll take the bullet just like a production assistant would.
Well, no, I was gonna say, as you try to put more women in the space that was already dominated by men, you're gonna start seeing more and more of this because the people that get offended by this aren't the end user because they can't see the code. It's the people making the code. So
Yes, Tome. Yes, Tome. That's exactly what
What
I'm
up,
saying.
Tom?
how's it going?
Tom?
And I'm saying that as somebody that I've tested that theory and I agree. So
Same.
But let's see what else we got here. Ooh, gender related language.
Oh boy.
Super
So no
important.
Spanish then.
yeah.
Yeah. No more
Only
Spanish.
Germanic. So they're saying the Third Reich had the best language structure out of all of the out of everything. It's funny how that works.
Do you want me to just knock it out real quick, ABF?
Yeah, go for it. Go for it.
Turning to gender-related language, Epic Games advises devs to, quote, refer to hypothetical people as they, them, and their, even in the singular, end quote. And, quote, anything that is not a person as it and its. Interesting. There are people who like to be referred to as it and its. For example, a module, plugin, function, client, server, or any other software or hardware component. Further, users are asked to, quote, not assign a gender to anything that doesn't have one. Or use collective nouns like guys that assume gender. And also take care to, quote, avoid colloquial phrases that contain arbitrary genders like a poor man's X.
So, are we not allowed to say discount Chris Hemsworth when we're referring to the new season of
A poor man's Chris Hemsworth, for instance.
of The Witcher?
For following this, yeah, we're not allowed to say
You can't quote Biden when we say, "Come on, man."
Okay, and this is obviously somebody that grew up in California because as somebody that grew up in Indiana, the term "guys" is gender neutral. You guys. When you say you guys, you mean everybody. It could be a room full of girls like, you guys ready? You know?
Yeah.
I mean, you're about ready to make me go back and say, you broads. Like, hey, would you hurry up? You know, like, seriously, I'm getting hungry here. Why is dinner cold? Like, that's what they're doing. They're just getting people that are actually have testosterone and are like, have been putting up this bull crap for so many years. But you guys in, like, hey, everybody is what the you guys in Indiana in the Midwest means. Correct. Boys and girls. Guys is and these idiots that obviously graduated from like a 4-year college in California, they don't know that because they don't live outside their own bubble. Guys is gender neutral, and they don't understand that because they just don't take 5 seconds to go look up the etymology of that term.
I'm gonna have to call out Sophie here. You need to use non-gender language, please.
Yeah, we don't like that.
You're speaking to a person of color, a woman of color, no less, Alec. How dare you?
No, she's Latinx.
How dare you?
She's Latinx.
Yeah, she's like white adjacent or something.
You know, they changed that recently as well. And as someone who's learning language for something very important, these fucking awfuls, affluent white female university educated liberals,
do we have to love him, Phantom?
Who are changing languages that they don't fucking speak.
So that's right, Cállate. You better hear that a lot. You're going to be hearing that a lot.
I know. Damn browser.
You'll hear it in English, Spanish, and any other language when you get married, my man. It's
Maybe
just
we
normal.
need to get Sophie on the show so we can improve the demographic. Actually,
yeah.
And you need to counteract me because you'll just be stuck in 35 to 44 all men.
It beats. I mean, I know your numbers recently improved, Mo, but it beats where you used to be. Honestly, with all the Gmails.
Everybody loves grandparents. Everybody loves grandmas. Abuelitas,
Like that?
are everybody's
Like that?
favorite.
Abuelitas.
Abuelitas, little grandmas. Yep. It's a term. It's a thing.
Counting in the
and they love
comments.
me.
Appreciate the photo. Thank you. This is from King of
Is that-
Fighters 20 or King of Fighters 19, I think. 20. Let's go, baby.
Oh, sorry about that.
Disavow,
Sorry
but
about that.
don't worry.
It's
The
okay.
mouse slipped.
The slang, they've already hit colloquial.
I was gonna say
term.
Jergens lotion is very slippery. I understand. So
Yeah, and what Hayden said, they already use things like ChatGPT to translate from Japanese to English. As a VOA, I've seen that, especially the past 4 years where I haven't been working because I hate communists. The way they've been changing basically entire stories, entire shows by having animation houses and the writers in Japanese send over to English and trusting translators and to translate them. What they're doing is they're bringing in like a couple of translators, and then the rest of the writers, correct Hayden, and then the rest of the writers are writers. They don't speak the language. They're having it literally translated for them, and then they are rewriting basically everything. They're keeping some character names effectively. Sometimes they change character names as well. But what we're importing as far as dubbed anime, for instance, a lot of the time is not what the artists intended. It's not what the mangakas intended. It's not what the Japanese writers intended. Most of it has changed, very much so.
excuse me. I know the difference between a man and a woman. All right.
Do you-
I made that mistake once, and it's gonna follow me around for the rest of
made
my
it the day
life.
before yesterday, homie. I was there.
You know, I had a little too much to drink. I was downtown. It happens. All right. So
Doesn't.
don't judge me now.
Go ahead, Naginal. Go ahead. What do you guys say?
I was just saying, it doesn't happen. Then.
Happens to the best of nobody's perfect. All right.
Nerdslab, what do you think about this article so far? What comes to mind?
Oh, I don't think I'm allowed to say what comes to mind. Let's just say that I really, really wish I hadn't read this article.
I know.
It's just like really it. I can't say what I want to say.
Yeah,
It's
I
rough.
really wish that Epic would take more of like a Steam style neutral approach to everything. Because
Yeah, like that would be great, but they're more concerned about meeting those numbers that they have to meet, and they think people are just going to roll over, and it's not going to happen anymore.
Right.
We're sick of it.
Yes.
yeah.
Exactly.
I agree. I mean, Mo earlier referring to how there's basically 90% of people just do nothing, whether they're initiated or uninitiated, they just do nothing. And how it's basically 10% of people that actually stand up and say something. It used to be like 1% of people that stood up and said something. So the fact that in, I don't know, maybe about 8 years, because something happened about 8 years ago, not sure what, even more people have started standing up. It's a snowball rolling downhill. It's going to reach critical mass real soon, really soon.
I mean, they're going to
Continuing
find
the
out.
standards. Next, ask Unreal Engine users to be conscious of their use of overloaded words as, quote, many terms that we use for technical meanings for good reason also have other meanings outside of technology. Yeah, obviously.
Isn't
Examples
this your favorite
include
word?
execute or native. The detail, quote, when you use
Native.
words, always
Sorry.
be precise and examine the context in which they appear. I would like to point something out. The SPLC put together a language list about 3 years ago that I wrote about. And it included certain phrases, one of my favorites being balls to the wall. Now, everybody knows colloquially what balls to the wall means. It means to go hard, to go as fast as possible, to go as intense as possible. People don't know where the phrase originates from. It originates from Vietnam. F-4 Phantoms, some of the first jets that were used widely in combat in Vietnam, specifically by us, the U.S. Go USA. On top of the stalks that control the thrusters, there's balls, little spheres that are on top of them to control them easier. And when you go balls to the wall, put your hands on those and you push all the thrusters to the wall, the firewall in front of the cockpit, to increase your speed as much as possible. That's where balls to the wall comes from. It has nothing to do, like the FPLC said, with testicles, with masculinity, with men in any way, shape, or form. It has to do with fighter jets. So this is how you can tell it's ignorant people who know nothing putting together these lists of words or phrases that should not be used.
Not to derail, but I actually know a little fun fact about the F4 Phantom. It's more aerodynamic in the wind tunnel backwards than it is forwards.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Really?
That's why if
Interesting.
you've ever looked like really, really close, because it's kind of hard to tell. If you ever looked at an F4 Phantom and a Harrier jet next to each other, they're
very
pretty
similar.
They're
Yeah.
very similar. Harrier doesn't go backwards, obviously, but it does VTOL. And if there's a tailwind when you're doing VTOL, you got to be careful. So they do look very similar because of that.
So why can't you use the word native? Okay, so I live a quarter mile from an Indian reservation, which I
What did you say?
I call it native land. Isn't that the proper term, or is it has it already shifted and I don't even know?
So CGP Grey on YouTube, I don't know his politics, but he does a lot of
Indigenous
science
people.
stuff. He did a video recently. I say recently for him, like 2 years ago, where he pointed out he went to an Indian reservation to speak to the people there, and he pointed out that the closer and closer you get to a reservation, the more likely people are to refer to the people on the reservation, and the more likely people on the reservation themselves are to refer to themselves as Indians. So the farther you get away from, much like everything, the farther you get away from the actual context of what you're speaking about, the more language changes and the more ignorant people are regarding it, and thus the more language changes, and it's a vicious cycle. It's
Yep.
Ouroboros.
And let me impart some knowledge onto some people. The Native Americans aren't even native. They crossed the Bering Strait 10,000 years ago. So kiss my
That's
ass
true.
all across the board.
Kiss my grits.
Yep.
The casino
Yep,
people.
kiss-
Very good. Very
It's
good.
casino land.
That's a good one.
Also happens to look like a junkyard.
I like
No
you know, yeah, like 5 years ago, if you said repeal the 19th, people would be like, "What?" Now it's just sounding more and more like a better idea. Like
I
seriously,
hear more and more.
I
women-
apologize for all the women in the chat, but seriously, for every based one of you, there's 9 idiots. I'm sorry. Like based women are a
Not wrong.
rarity.
I never thought I'd see it in my life, but more women. I've never seen more women in real life as well. Talk about repealing the 19th. And I kind of have to go, you understand what that means, right? And they're like, oh, yeah, I know what that means. Yeah, my husband can do it. It'll be fine. I'm like, okay. You obviously know what you're talking
That's the
about.
problem. If you're married to a man, you vote like your husband does.
Correct.
If you're married to the state, you vote like the state wants you to. That's how that works.
And then they're also saying not to use the word abort.
Or
I guess
execute.
because it's they don't want it to be known as a negative thing, right? Is that maybe
I
why?
would imagine that's why. Exactly.
Huh.
Exactly.
Yeah, seems that way.
Exactly. Because abort is a term that they like to use in a positive manner.
Yeah.
Also, something like execute, literally
Oh.
everything you click on is an executable.
Yes.
It's
How
an
the
executable.exe. It's been that way for decades. That
What would
will
they-
not change.
What would they
Fuck you.
change it to? Like,
Excuse me.
what could they even change it to?
begin or something? I don't know.
Begin is already if you go into DOS, begin is already a command for other things. You can't use begin. It's already a thing. These are people that
Yeah.
don't know what they're talking about, removed from the context of the situation. And the more you are removed, the more you don't know, and the more you think you know, and thus you just
And
continue in this.
You know what the you know what the craziest part about this is? The reason you have terms like master, slave, execute, abort is because it is so assertive in what it does, so that when you program, you understand what it does. When you muddy the waters, you hurt and you destroy the the creative process, because you don't want to be sidelined by all this stuff, because all these people, guarantee you, they don't program it. They put this stuff up here. You want terms that people understand and that they unilaterally agree on, that are easily translatable, by the way. If I'm doing like a preferred list or something like that, like not everything goes from English to Spanish to German to Japanese so easily. But if you have like master, slave, if it's simple terms, it doesn't mean that like when I install my second hard drive, I'm hitting it with a whip. It means that it's the second one on the freaking IDE cable. You know, it's just like, seriously, I'm tired of this.
Understand.
Get in the kitchen, please. I'm tired of hearing your bullshit. You don't know about programming. All you need to do is hit that timer. Go click, 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 preheat to 400, and shut the fuck up.
No.
Seriously.
Just join ABF's chat, because we need more women here.
Yes, we need based women. We need you-based women who are very smart and very opinionated. You need to shame the fat idiots that have ally sticker on the back of their card, being like, "You're stupid. Shut up." Like, seriously, we need the based women to like, you need to. Oh, okay, this is not the right term. You do not want. Yes, I do, Lady Medea. You make pierogies, all right? That's the only person I want in the kitchen, to be honest. But yeah, no, seriously, it's just like, I'm sick and tired of the effeminate attitude of the world right now. I know I'm kind of delving into politics, but they're doing it. They're the ones pushing this. So if you want to play their game, play their game. Good. I'm glad I ran the women off. Go to culinary school, please. Do us a favor.
Keep going. I'm reading. Oh, I'm sorry.
What I wanted to show
is this inappropriate? Is this inappropriate for what we're talking about? No,
we're still there.
I want to see a video of how that
be a girl.
Let me.
Did you change it from last 28 days to all time? I mean, it's still wrong for the last 28 days. Clearly, we have 2 girls in the chat. But
I'm gonna keep showing it until something changes. So
35.
Beatings will continue until morality improves.
How apropos than in my Merriam-Webster Spanish to English, English to Spanish dictionary that I turned to deceptive as the word of the day. I literally turned to deceptive.
Mujer.
That's woman, but
yeah,
una mujer.
That was the joke. Thank you.
I explain jokes. I'm not funny.
I did. Yes. Thank you. Big Dog Division. Appreciate it.
Shout out.
I support your right to bear arms, Magda.
Hell, okay, Magda and a killdozer. I would. That would be as somebody that's a quarter Viking. I will accept that fate. It's okay. I'm sure I have it coming.
Poland is already EA. Sorry, we're talking about gaming city. Yeah, Poland is already like a mini Texas. So having a Polish lady being a killdozer, that makes me.
Yeah, if that's the case, then CD Project Red is Austin.
Ooh, very good. Very good.
Thank you,
very good.
Yep.
Magda, I will keep an eye out for some good auctions on Komatsu dozers for you. So.
And Serbu 50 cals.
And let's be serious. Like, seriously. Yeah. Like, there's a lesson to be learned. One man that was unstoppable was able to make people think twice about it. If you just have a bunch of people, if you have a bunch of people stand up against this, it'll just stop. Like,
the lesson is look out for the basement on the corner store.
Yes. That's a true lesson in all of this. Yeah.
Yeah, I was good. Treads are useful, but not when you're yeah.
Maybe make sure that your cooling system checks out also.
I'm just saying, it was like 2 hours before they got into there, so he would have been there a while.
I imagine, yeah. I imagine he was like Jim Carrey in Nature Calls. He was just climb out the back going, that's why he killed himself. He's like, no way, I'm not going to chisel my way out of here. I mean, I'm going to bubble himself. Excuse me. I got to work on that. Sorry. Yeah, he's like bubble himself. He's just not going to be like tink, 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 tink. He's like, Yeah, he's just like, I'm done.
To finish off, which is probably the most upsetting of this list. Finally, the inclusive word choice clause closes out with a list of some terminology that Epic Games believes, quote, should be replaced with better alternatives. Said terminology includes terms blacklist. Alternatives listed include deny list, block list, exclude list, avoid list, unapproved list, forbidden list, and permission list. White list, allow list, include list, trust list, safe list, prefer list, approved list, permission list. You're going to give me a lisp. Master, primary, source, controller, template. That's already a thing. Reference, that's also already a thing. Main, that's already a thing. Leader, that's already a thing. Original, that's already a thing. Base, that's already a thing. And slave, secondary, that's already a thing. Replica, that's already a thing. Agent, that's already a thing. Follower, that's already a thing. Worker, that's already a thing. Cluster node, that's already a thing. Lock, that's already a thing. Link, that's already a thing. And synchronize, that's already a different thing.
Yeah. Isn't base like hexadecimal? Isn't that base? Like, what's base? I know it is something in assembly language.
Hexadecimal is base 6.
Basic, right. But base is something in the computer programming, isn't it? I seem to remember that. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. These are all words that already mean things in computer programming because they don't know. They don't know the context. They're not.
But when they say secondary, slave could be tertiary and anything beyond
Absolutely.
that. Yes.
Oh, I have a solution. For the
do we take them to the farm?
No, for the safe list.
Flight lessons in Palestine.
No, you make this based.
Oh, interesting.
Based at the end of it. So the based list.
and then for blacklist, you make it the male feminist list.
Okay.
Really we can do this. We can do this, guys. Pretty sure they don't use feminist in coding. They shouldn't. If you do, I'm coming for you. By the way, like the stream nerds. Ultimately, Epic Games closes out the text of this new standard by assuring the public that they are actively working to bring our code in line with the principles laid out above.
Wish they didn't.
Thank you so fucking much.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for looking out for us, I guess.
Okay, so let me pose this question to ABF because I was a glutton for punishment and I tried to do graphic design for 3 years and I decided I want to move into art. What is the first rule of computer programming?
The first rule? Well, okay, I'm not a computer programmer.
The best rule. Why is computer programming in strict language so important? What is it? What are you?
Clarity.
The simplicity is important.
The first rule, and this is what I was taught in college. The first rule is to make sure that whatever you program is easily, somebody can follow up your work. Is what they say. With this language, who the fuck is going to be able to follow this up? Because there's so many conflicting terms. Yeah, synchronization. Like there's too many things. Like this is somebody that wrote something that doesn't understand what they're writing about. They obviously, because if you know where Epic Games is located, they're in the triangle in North Carolina, which is UNC Chapel Hill, which gave us the 1619 project. We have Duke, which gives us ugly women and stupid opinions. And then we have NC State, which gives us nothing of a consequence whatsoever.
Give us Michael Jordan once.
Oh yeah, no, I mean, when it was based, it was pretty good. We got James Worthy, Michael Jordan, Dean Smith. We actually had meritocracy there. But right now we have, and this is where they messed up. They're based out of there. Byron Donald's probably going to be governor. So all this shit that they're trying to pull is going to get yeeted right out the door. But here's the thing. Just on premise, when people look at this, it's just like, you don't want to muddy the waters. You want to make it easy. That's why the terms are so sharp and understandable.
So strong and impactful.
Like primary, secondary. What's that? Primary, secondary. What's that? What does that mean? Master, slave. I know exactly what you mean. One is in charge of the rest.
Yes.
It doesn't mean that we're talking about Kunta Kinte. We're talking about one hard drive and another hard drive.
See, this all started when we started talking about real estate, and the real estate agents started saying master bedroom was off limits all of a sudden. I thought that was kind of crazy.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
I want to see the videotape from this meeting.
Right? I want to be a fly on the wall.
I could just see it. Like, all right, guys, words are triggering. We need to change. We need to be better.
Yeah.
Come on.
Oh my goodness! Can you believe they used Master? I can't even believe it. Right? You guys are disgusting. Like seriously.
Isaac has the right.
That's what I think it sounds like. It's just seriously, just there needs to be like a social or something like that where they go do some like bong hits and do like a keg stand and get their back blown out. And guess what? They'll probably be like, yeah, master and slave. That's probably a pretty good idea.
So you're saying they need a strong man in their life?
Yes, most. Isaac. I can't even get mad at that one. Good job. Good job.
Very good.
Good job.
If you're sucking helium, I'm sucking boron, homie.
Yeah, you got the mixer on right now. Is what's happening.
I'm sucking boron too.
You're sucking that boron. Let's go, baby. Ah.
I
Get
understood
real
that
low
reference.
with this.
So I got another article. I haven't really looked into it too much, but this
I looked
is
them up.
also a little bit scary. But
Let's be serious, ABF.
Oh, I
This
haven't
is
looked
called
at
off
this
the
one.
hip. Nobody's gonna blame you for being unprepared. It's okay.
that's true. We did put it in the name because we're
the
retarded.
truth in advertising. Yes.
Yeah. I mean, we did it as a fail safe.
Ugh. Ugh.
But I mean, this isn't surprising. Marvel stuff, anything attached to Disney. I mean, look at Doctor Who. Doctor Who is attached to Disney now, and that's doing horribly bad, right?
It's doing very bad.
I don't even know anything about Doctor
Very
Who because it
poorly.
looks freaking gay. So
And and that's not a wrong thing to say either, ABF, because they've explicitly stated so. That it's supposed to be. That it is.
yeah, that's true.
So
Right.
Okay,
you're not even off the hip with that. So you don't miss. You didn't miss, but you're not off the hip with it. You aimed that one.
Yeah, that was the second unit director, not the production assistant. You didn't. They got hurt, but they didn't. Yeah.
Basically, this is calling for like all hands on deck. Like anything and everything needs to be gay, is what this person is saying.
They want the developers to go balls to the wall with all of the LGBT stuff.
Yeah.
Well, it's
Or
like
as
that
Dave
one
said,
lady from
as
Disney.
LBGT.
You guys remember that one lady from Disney? She was doing that interview and she's like, I'm going to put queer stuff in everywhere I can and nobody can stop me.
Oh,
Not so secret gay agenda.
the
Yeah, lady?
Pakistani chick.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was not meant to get out to the public.
No, it was not. But somebody was listening, probably somebody on the board, and was like, I'm going to slip this out. I got to let people know because I'm losing money here.
Yeah.
Yeah, R.I.P. Record Scott
R.I.P.
Patchy, Doctor Who.
You know what though? I have the 50th anniversary 3D Blu-ray. All right. I got it for $10. I got in when it was hot. So
Yeah.
Oh, Norman, that one makes me so sad because I know exactly what that means. If there was no other context, can you highlight that one again?
Right.
Yeah, I mean,
for the
I just
chat?
don't even know anything about the show, and I know what that means. So
Yeah.
Dude, I'm telling you, this was like, okay, so those of you who have a significant other or you want to, I was not into Doctor Who whatsoever. I kind of liked Tom Baker back in the day because he was really interesting. He just was a great actor and he made you want to watch. But when you get married, you watch over your wife's shoulder and you try to like get into stuff that they're into. She was like, and she's watched every Doctor Who episode, and then it became a thing. So much so that my son is named after a character from Doctor Who. Yeah. So, but like that's absolutely the truth. 2017, and I would say back that up to 2015. The 50th anniversary is where you should have stopped. Like seriously. But it's great and it's wonderful. But it just seeing that made me really depressed. Thanks, Norman Conquest. I appreciate you staying up so late so you can share that little morsel of depression with me.
Hail Norman.
Hail Norman.
Hail Santa.
But I mean, we were all looking forward to the prospect of a Wolverine game.
Yes.
Like you just get to like cut
Yes.
people in half and slice limbs off and shit, right?
That's what's so upsetting
Oh,
is I know
dude.
so many people that were looking forward to this game.
Yeah.
So many people. They wanted the what was 2009 or 2010 Wolverine game, basically, but just better. Like
Just give us a Wolverine like Marvel versus Capcom, where he was like just the man.
5'3" and angry.
Yeah,
Angry.
Tornado Claw. Tornado Claw. Yeah, it was just like
Yeah.
He was, but it was like an accurate representation of him, and he was, even his idle animation, he looked like he was frothing from the mouth. Like he was such a good rendition of Wolverine.
Does it look
Just-
like that Mary Kenny, she, her, has ever cracked a Wolverine comic? I haven't, but I'll admit it because I'm a fucking man, and I'll admit when I don't know something. Sorry, I've been cursing
All right.
a lot tonight. Excuse me.
I cursed twice in the opening 3 times, so it's okay.
Mhm.
Oh, you blew it for me. Thanks. Appreciate it.
Yes, yep. I walked so you could run.
Thank you.
So-
Good sir. I need it.
Okay, so I've seen this on a lot of streams. Why are there Brute ads? Who's out there buying? Like,
No.
you know what? You know what will make a woman get uninterested immediately? Put on your grandfather's or your father's cheap cologne, and you won't get any action. You know.
To be honest, I don't even know how these ads are playing right now with my Brave browser. Like, I don't even think that they know how to target me because I'm usually on a VPN or something. So
Target you. You are Brute? Interesting. Also,
I'm just saying, I think
that
it's taking a
dark
shot in the dark.
That
Look,
dark
we
place
found
has
out who's,
Disney money.
who's buying it.
They have Disney money.
True.
That's why. I guarantee you those are not just pop-ups. Those are like
Yeah, but
implanted
I thought
in
Brute went out of business. Like Drakkar Noir and Brute should like combine forces to make the smelliest, awful thing on the face of the earth.
Well, I mean, if they went out of
Axe
business, someone
aerosols.
probably bought them. You know?
Yeah, I would change the
This is
smell
hard to
just a
me,
little bit because it just reminds me of old men.
It's like
Yeah.
wearing Stetson or like classic Old Spice. You have to be very, very careful the company you keep when you wear that stuff.
Yes, ugh. Anyways, sorry.
No,
You know
you're
what?
fine.
That's more enjoyable than anything that Sweet Baby Inc. is involved with. I'd rather
What?
have Brute slathered all over my body than play anything with Sweet Baby Inc. So
I want to know what happened to have Pope John Paul II and Cardinal Adrianus at Eindhoven. Why is that picture in this article?
It's crazy with how open this person that was saying these things is being, and that's why they have
Right.
so much material in this article. It's like
Right.
super out in the open. So yeah.
And they're referring to what Pope John Paul II said, detailing as the common good. It's not simply the sum total of particular interests. Rather, it involves an assessment and integration of those interests on the basis of a balanced hierarchy of values. Ultimately, it demands a correct understanding of the dignity and the rights of the person.
pretty good.
So we're tying in something that he said at Eindhoven, the home of a quite famous battle during World War II with Cardinal Julianus. And as far as I'm aware, I'm not Catholic, but Pope John Paul II would not be on this lady's side. Pretty sure.
Yeah.
Pretty sure. I'm pretty sure.
And I like
I
how
was alive when I had friends and their mothers and grandmothers taking down pictures of Pope John Paul II from their walls. So, and I'm pretty sure he would be on their side.
Yeah.
I like how Pope John Paul II is hanging out with Bishop Hank Hill.
That's Cardinal Adrianus.
Oh, he's like,
Big deal.
yeah, he's like, I know you like charcoal, but you need to get the propane.
I sell propane and propane accessories.
I sell propane and propane accessories, and I have holy water.
Holy moly.
Holy water.
God damn it, John Paul. Oh,
Whoa. If Big Dog Jake gets struck by lightning, and I'm a Protestant, he had it coming. So.
look, John Paul is dead. He wasn't the best pope ever. I'm not Catholic. I'm just.
I'm not
let's
I'm not Catholic. I'm just retarded. So.
I mean, we don't have to spend too much time on this article. I just thought it was interesting. I
It
mean,
is interesting.
it's not unexpected that a Marvel game is being bastardized, right?
Okay, so yes, I agree, but when I look at her, all I can think of is Stacy
I'm not.
Keebler, the next door neighbor from Full House, but as a full-on lesbian.
Also, isn't the wings like cultural appropriation or whatever?
Well, they'd probably say it was a cultural appropriation from ancient Egyptians, but we'd actually have to go further back to parts of ancient Greece and Macedon to get the wings and the makeup.
Associate narrative
Could be wrong.
director. You know what that
So
is?
nobody.
A nobody. Yeah.
Also, her eyeballs don't match. Like those are not the same eyeballs.
Is that two different eyeballs?
Yeah.
She might have. I hate to offend her by saying this, but she might have heterochromia, which means 2 different colored eyeballs.
Maybe that's
Yeah,
possible.
or she's missing part of her brain,
Lighting.
and it's not, and you can see right
That's
into her
definitely
skull.
true.
Yes,
It's just hollow behind that one.
it's just
eyeball.
hollow, like on the left, because obviously the left eye, everything would be on the left, and the right part of her brain is just gone. So
Just withered away to nothing.
yes, and I understand. By the way, I know. Okay, I know. I know Magda was triggered by that because I know the left part of her brain, because I'm looking anatomically, it's the left part of her brain and the right part of it. I understand that. It's a joke. All right, don't get triggered. All the nurses out there, I understand. I'm married to one.
Well, isn't it Danica?
Ganica.
Yeah. Some more stuff with Bridge. May not be the company itself, but that company has people sitting in seats of influence. They know what they are doing, and they have funding. Boy,
yes,
do
and those seats are upside down. Let's not.
And so they can invite quadruple the amount of people over. Of course.
Yeah. Well, to cheer ourselves up, I wanted to talk about the first Descendant. In fact, let me pull it up on Steam.
Let us.
Have you guys seen this?
Yeah, I've seen a little bit of gameplay.
I played the
I'm
beta.
coming in fresh. I'm coming in hot here. I want to see this. Sounds
This was
good.
fun.
Yeah, I played the beta with Shaka Zulu and Jeremy Wormy and their crew. And this is a Korean game, and it's kind of like a third-person Destiny 2, a little bit.
Yeah, that's what it looked like.
Not exactly, but it's in that same feeling. And dude, the game was really fun. I'm really looking forward to the actual.
Really?
Release. So
I had fun with it.
Yeah.
So who's Nexon?
Nexon is a Korean free-to-play company.
So Koreans are based.
However, my only concern regarding the game is the fact that it was developed and published by Nexon. When they launch the game, what their cash shop is going to look like, how that's going to affect the game.
As long as the microtransaction stuff for the free-to-play game is cosmetic only, I'm fine with it. But as soon as you start doing, pay-to-win stuff, I'm out.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's what I liked about PUBG, and why I still play it is you can hone in to what you want to look like to have fun. Like nothing would help. Okay, certain things like certain colors and dark colors and like it would help you in certain environments, but it never helped you. Yeah.
Right.
Yes. They like jiggle physics. Yes.
I can actually confirm this, Hayden. Yes, and there are many scantily clad outfits that you can wear as well, and people strive to try to unlock them or purchase them. So, but personally, I like free to play games, and I like actually not paying any money and trying to earn the stuff on my own personally. So
yeah, same here.
Because you're a man and you enjoy that sense of satisfaction for getting something done.
Exactly. When you just enter the cheat codes in, it's not as fun anymore.
It's
Cheat
almost
codes.
as if there's a clue to a person's personality if you look at their backdrops. I'm just saying.
But these guys, they also had a couple other games. Is it this one? No. They had a couple other games.
What's next on for that one?
Nexon has developed a ton of games. I played a free-to-play first-person shooter that they came out with like 2007, 2006, I think. Played that for a while, and then they changed it. But they've done a lot. They've been doing a lot of stuff for the past like 20 years or so.
There was something that was upcoming that they're working on. Oh, here we go. Upcoming. That probably makes sense. The first Berserker. Dude, this looks awesome.
Let's watch.
Can you guys hear it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Finally, I found you. Trampled by the one you trusted. Abandoned from your king. You thought you were a hero. Now, you are just one of us.
This is no ordinary ghost. You'll have to risk your life.
I like the design style.
Yeah, the art style looks very nice.
It's kind of like Borderlands style.
Yeah, kind of that's cell shading, like
Yeah,
comic book or,
exactly.
That looks
and it
good.
very much appears like the gameplay is going to be like Sekiro, or like Bloodborne, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Souls-like.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. In fact, I learned about this game when I was hanging out with Shock the other night, and we were talking about these Nexon games that are upcoming. So we're like, if you know, because there was a couple other games that looked really good too from the same company, and we're like, maybe this is the year of Korean games. So,
as Mo said, Koreans are based. They're pretty dang based.
Well, the Southern Koreans are. The Northern ones need a little help. But, yeah.
North. Unlike what Callum of the Lotus Eaters says, shout out Lotus Eaters, North Korea is not best Korea. North Korea is worst, period.
Yeah,
well,
worst.
I mean, have they ever made a video game?
Actually,
North Korea?
Funny you say that, ABF. They have.
No shit, really?
Yes, they have. They've made a bunch of stuff that you can't get in the West unless you do certain things. But yeah,
That's funny.
They've done a bunch. They've made anime as well to compete.
Huh.
And you can get bits and pieces of it in certain places, and it's what you'd expect. It's just talking points from the Kim family, but for like, kids effectively.
Right. That's hilarious.
Interesting.
Much like how they do in Palestine, where they take their rip-off Mickey Mouse and teach them to hate capitalism and be, yay for whatever the fuck they care about.
But yeah, I added these 3 to my wish list. They look pretty good.
You do. What's this one? Vindictus.
This one is like a female protagonist. It looks like a Souls-like game.
That's fine.
So,
is she hot? Not that it matters. I just vow. So.
It actually looks pretty cool though.
Okay, she's actually wearing armor. That's fine.
Yeah.
I'll love it. It's also pretty cool. Also, the sword and board. I really appreciate that.
Yeah. So I didn't want the whole episode that we're doing right now to be all doom and gloom. We got some stuff to look forward to. So
appreciate it. Absolutely.
Yeah, sick.
Now, are the games that you just showed us, The Last Berserker and Vindictus here, are these both free to play? Are they all going to be free to play? Or any of them purchasable?
I think only the first Descendant is going to be free to play. That one's for sure. The other 2, I'm guessing, are not free to play and are just like a purchase. So
Okay.
But I'm not sure on that because they're not out yet.
Right. They're still TBD.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep. They just say most of them say 2024. I think the last one we just watched just said it's coming soon. So
okay.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the first Descendant. I got some time in on that, and that was fun.
It feels like a game that you could easily just put a bunch of hours into and totally enjoy it.
Oh yeah.
Probably if I played it, do the same thing that happened to me with Destiny 2 before the whole Sony firing a whole bunch of people and delaying the expansion in latter half of 2022, beginning half of 2023. I ended up dumping like over 700 hours into it, and it just flew by me. That's what I played. I didn't play anything else, and I wasn't busy with this or with this, so that's just what I did in my free time.
Probably true.
I mean, there's more than 9 people because they have but they work for the state and they only hack stuff. But yeah, basically, yeah.
Fallout 4 is good.
Nerd Slap opinions. Fallout 4.
So far, I like it. I haven't been able to put any more time into it lately, but so far, I'm loving it. I can see why people like that series.
Also,
it's hard. It's hard to stop playing it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. When I played Fallout 4, I was kind of disappointed at first because it wasn't like New Vegas. Because of course it wasn't like New Vegas. But once I kind of shifted my mindset from it's not just straight RPG, it's more of a shooter with RPG elements. Once I switched mindsets to that, I really started to enjoy it. I really enjoyed it a lot. I put a bunch of hours into it.
Now, I hear that a lot of people didn't like 76.
It was straight broken when it first came out.
Yeah, it was broken for a long time. And they sold it as multiplayer only, which meant there were no human NPCs. But they also rectified that with a recent expansion like a little over a year ago.
I'm kind of with Hayden, to be honest. I had the opposite experience. I kind of liked it, and then the more I actually progressed the story, the more I was like, "Whoa, this is really bad."
There's definitely like a Fallout 4 versus New Vegas crowd.
I'm a New Vegas stan. I've accepted it. And look, people get really mad at you if you didn't like the Fallout show.
Yeah,
I don't care. I didn't watch it. I really don't care to watch it. But yeah, gun to my head.
I think there's still some good stuff in Fallout 4.
Here's the biggest thing about Fallout 4. The factions are terrible.
Yeah, they're really
and that's
bad.
one thing that always makes Bethesda games so much fun are the factions. So it's the most polished like shooter. It has a nice world that's fun to explore. Is it re-explorable? Not really. Not like Skyrim, Oblivion. I think they're all re-explorable. I didn't think Fallout is re-explorable. Your first time playing Fallout is going to be your best time versus
spend your most time playing the first playthrough.
Yeah, versus all the other ones I think are more replayable. But it gets you into the series, I think.
Yeah. That ties into how you interact with the world, where your 4 answers are yes, sarcastic yes, no, but actually yes, or I'll come back later and say yes.
I like the sarcastic answers. It was like because only like Mass Effect had some sarcastic answers, but there wasn't like a sarcastic button.
Right. Well, they're taking that from like Dragon Age 2, and then they made the following Mass Effect 3. I think Mass Effect 2 was already out.
Finished 2. I love Origins though,
and a lot of the Renegade options were not like evil. Because Renegade isn't evil. You get this confused. Paragon and Renegade, it's not good and evil. It's like nice and kind of rude.
No, it's basically like xenophobe, nationalist, and like progressive. And I didn't like that. I didn't like how to be a good person means you were progressive. It's like, can I just be like a nationalist, like non-xenophobe? Like this is retarded. Like I hated that they made you choose between that. It was very broken.
Exactly.
That's the one thing I didn't like about Mass Effect. That's actually the only thing I didn't like about it. It's a pretty good series. Problem with 76 was Fallout is a deep story RPG. So I have single player. I've never ever been interested in a multiplayer Fallout. So that's why I have no opinion. Did it work? Did it not work? Is it good now? It's a good now. Not interested in an online multiplayer story-based series, So I had no opinion on 76. So if you have fun on it, that's cool. But to me, it's just the online, like these story bases are going online just so that they can kind of cash out on like microtransactions and stuff instead of actually making a freaking Elder Scrolls 6. Elder Scrolls Online and 76 are why we don't have Fallout 5 and Elder Scrolls 6. That's what I don't like about them. It doesn't mean I don't hate. It doesn't mean I'm like hating on the game. It's just the idea of the game I don't like because they should be making single player games for the fans.
Now, one thing I want to point out, I thought this was funny because, back on day one when 76 came out, Jack Frag made a video. And at the time, he had a NVIDIA Titan video card. Back when they had the Titan video cards. And the movement speed in the game was tied to how much FPS you could get. So
the physics,
him having a Titan card meant that he was like 50 times faster than anyone else in the
I missed that. Holy crap.
That was a problem in Fallout 4. That was a problem in Fallout 3. It wasn't in New Vegas.
You know what that is? That's meritocracy, baby. I work harder. Fuck you. Fuck you and your Intel integrated graphics, all right? You're going to be walking.
ABF, you get to join that club now. You got a 4080 Super in there. Let's go.
That's true. Yeah, I just installed it today.
Nice.
Yep. But it feels weird because I have an air-cooled video card now versus a liquid-cooled on my custom loop. So
That'll be fine.
Yeah.
That'll be fine.
I just EKWB turned into a scam company, and I can't support them anymore. So I don't want to get a GPU block from them, and I don't know who else to use. So
That's why you build your own computer, baby.
Yep.
Because
doing custom
you mess
hardline
up,
loops are
if it
hard.
gets messed up, you have one person to blame.
Custom hardline loops are really hard to do.
I just do soft loop because I like to tinker a lot. So, it's so
shout
much
out to
easier just to be
Johnny.
able to just flop it out of the way and
Yep.
upgrade and then put it back. So
shout
I like NZXT. In those of us who are
I got
not
an NZXT tower. So.
Yeah. No,
love their
dude, like I have a white tower. I love their stuff. It's a yay! Drunken Sailor.
He's here.
Hey,
Hello.
Let's go, baby.
Come on in.
Yo.
Ahoy.
Ahoy, matey.
how many drinks deep are you so far?
Frankly enough, I'd say. This stream ended hours ago.
Yeah, see that's what's funny, man. I was not interested in No Man's Sky until I randomly played it on sale in 2020, and I'm just like, yo, this game's amazing. But that's not fair to the people who
I have
were
a
lied
VR
to and
headset. I heard
scammed.
it's amazing in a VR headset. Half a bottle. Come on, those are
Please,
rookie numbers.
Go,
Yeah.
baby.
Yeah,
Finish that fifth all. Or it's a handle.
I was with you
It's a
last
handle.
night. I thought you were gonna start chewing on the table for sustenance. You're like, that's what I'm saying.
So,
The drunken
shock-
sailor. If this guy said he's a drunken sailor, that means he's in the top 1%.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
He ain't
Sailor
messing
already
around.
applies drunkenness.
Come on,
what
Drunken.
you're saying, Shock?
Come on.
About
You're getting soft
yeah.
on me here.
No Man's Sky.
Mhm.
That was a very, very specific case where they really fucked up on launch.
Yeah, big time.
Not just on launch, but I forgot. The
But
guy's
you
name, the head of
understand,
the company
they
who
weren't given a
lied,
second
basically.
chance. Yeah, they
They were given a second
clawed
chance
their.
because they took the game off sale for like 8 months, and then up until specifically 2020, but till now even, they've released like 14 or 15 free expansions. Like they went super hard making that game good, and that's a very specific case. What all developers should do, honestly, if they release a game like that, especially if they lie their way up, like Super Mario or something.
There's a saving grace for a smaller studio doing it, but when it's a AAA studio, I don't care if your game is fixed. Like, fuck you.
Correct. Hey, Taco, ¿qué pasa?
What they called Hello Games. They were an indie
Oh.
studio.
Hello Games, right.
So
They-
I have a grace for them. I'm like, hey man, they're a small studio. They fixed their game. I enjoy it, but
right.
you know,
Yeah,
not
if that
everyone
was a AAA
forgiving.
studio, they wouldn't have gone back and fixed everything.
because they would have all been either
see.
fired by their publisher, or they would have like, okay, next game, let's go.
Or they would have come somewhere halfway. They wouldn't have fixed it
Yeah.
the way that it actually
Right,
got fixed.
right.
And it by the way, it's like the greatest like redemption ever for a video
Oh my
game
gosh,
company.
yes.
Mhm.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
yes.
Oh yeah. I don't blame people who like it's like principally don't want to play it either.
That's fine.
Mhm. Yeah.
Whatever.
I mean, it's not for everybody. It's kind of a cartoonish look and whatnot, but there's some fun stuff there. I
I love
think.
it. Yeah, it's a lot of
Yeah.
fun. But yeah, we played First Descendant. That was a lot of fun.
Oh, did you?
Yes. We were talking
Static
about that.
said it perfectly. It is gonna scratch the Destiny itch that people who hate Bungie have.
I
I'm
don't
one
hate
of those
Bungie,
people.
I hate Sony, but I
Yeah, that
very
too.
much dislike Bungie.
And I
Well,
think
What's happened?
like this is like a new age of like rip-offs. You know what I mean? Because we don't want fifth,
Yeah.
sixth sequels of our favorite games. I think we're all enjoying rip-offs. We're like Helldivers was a what's it called? Starship Troopers rip-off. This is a Destiny rip-off. Just make your own story, make your own idea, and just show what heavily influences you, and then that's how you're gonna make customers happy. Because the story is not forced on you. That's what's kind of cool. There's a intro that's skippable, and then it's like a tutorial that's like 10 minutes long with like 4 or 5 minutes of actual dialogue, because they know you don't care about the story. You just want to play the game, but the story is all in the background if you care about it. And I'm somewhat intrigued by the story because the villains that they show at the end, I think, are kind of interesting. What were the robot people called again?
I can't remember.
in Destiny 2, they're called the Nexus or whatever.
Oh,
Yeah. That's
on-
right.
Oh, Destiny.
I think Nexus is right.
Something
That's
like
not-
that.
Yeah, real creative. They stole it from a 40-year-old, even older than that. They stole it from Philip J. Dick.
Philip J. Dick.
Good job. Yep.
This is why I hate Bungie. They still
Oh,
have on their
this flew
website.
past me. This flew
They-
past me.
They have a dedicated page on their website.
Do they
I might be
now?
able to find it here in the article.
Is it that hyperlink? It supports
Holy shit! Is it gone?
copyright.
Dude, I just tweeted about this to the CEO like 3 weeks ago.
Oh, this is
Maybe
a
it's-
thing.
Maybe it's
Okay.
gone.
He don't miss. He don't
I
miss.
see. You don't miss.
Let's see it. All we see
Also,
is
I just really want to quickly point out either a
find my
lie. If you could go back to the article real quick, ABF. I want to point out either what is an intentional lie or a misconception. They said that the Roe v. Wade decision in 1973. Scroll down. Stop. They said the Roe v. Wade decision issued in 1973 ruled that women in the United States have a constitutionally protected right to abortion. Incorrect. That is not what the Roe v. Wade decision was about. It was not about a constitutionally protected right to abortion. It was about constitutionally protected right to the self, to one's own self-determination, and abortion just so happened to be included in that choice. But as much as people even just jerk off now passed away Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg in her later years also came out to say it was a mistake for the federal government to step in and make that decision. It would be a states' rights issue. Anyways, sorry, that's just a little bit of political learning for y'all who might not know. That is not what the Roe v. Wade decision was about.
Yep, not wrong.
yeah, and even the people that were involved with it, they're like, it's kind of bullshit. Like they just got an eye on
The
a-
people
yeah,
that were involved in
supermajority.
it were BS.
Yeah, and all it was like, hey, this is stupid. They're like, yep, you're right. Okay, pull up the tents. We're heading home.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Trying to
Grab your
find
coat
my own
hangers.
tweet.
The fun's over.
Just disavow, but wow. Oh,
Negative.
Disavow.
Because by the way, we talked about 42%, 92%,
Oh my God.
92%. How about you keep your legs closed? How about that? How about you do that? How about you actually not be? That's what I'm saying. If they just stayed in the kitchen and learned how to cook, none of this stuff would happen. We'd be so happy right now.
Just count the
Not wrong.
weeks is all you gotta do.
Baby, I disavow this. I love you very much. I love you, Anna.
I'm not lying. I married a based woman. 'Cause she did.
Here we go.
And no offense to anybody, but the favorite streamer I was watching was American Ninja.
Nice.
All right.
Yeah, I saw him playing it too.
I was just watching one of my
Shout out American Ninja.
American Ninja's
Me
awesome.
too.
I remembered
Maybe
how
we'll play again.
political at Bungie was. I prefer to play games to escape from in real life social issues. And then this is the CEO of the company because I learned from Grums. If you tag multiple people,
interesting.
they can't just brush it off or
Right.
give you some bullshit answer because they have to answer to each other. You know,
Yep.
His profile, when you hover over him, what is it? It's he's an Arc Strider main, which so is I, but whatever. Be
F
brave,
racism.
be kind. But everybody who says be kind to their profile, there's always a but after it.
Yeah.
F racism and social injustice. Well,
So
F you, sir.
What is that?
there it
mean?
is. It's still
There
there.
it is, baby.
Yep.
Updated June. Interesting.
Yep. So they are political. Like why would you
Inherently.
support that?
Mm-hmm.
So
I'm over it.
I was
Yeah.
tacitly not supporting them. Well, now I am vehemently not supporting them.
Yep.
but to have a little bit of fun.
Let's go, baby.
Here's the video that I think it was Isaac. Was it Isaac or Rizky?
Oh, yeah.
I can't remember.
I think it was Isaac.
Isaac.
I can't hear anything.
Oh, no audio.
No audio.
Shit.
That's because I was just sharing the article. Oh, we got Hayden here.
Whoa.
Oh, my
Hey!
goodness, he's
Oh.
here.
Oh,
What up, bro?
Finally
Hey,
on a
guys,
panel
go.
with a man with long hair.
Yo.
Fuck
Yeah,
yo,
that's
baby.
it. There we go. Let it down.
Let it down.
That's its
It's hot.
natural
It's hot.
That's right.
state. You
Let's
have to let it
natural
fall.
state.
let's
Hell yeah.
snowball some ideas back and forth.
Let's not snowball
Ooh.
things back and forth.
Yeah, we're
Now
not.
that Hayden knows what that means, I don't think he likes hearing that.
Yeah, we like
weird.
whatever innocence was contained within Hayden 75 was rendered out last night. So
And I'm the most degenerate, and you guys like actually made me more degenerate.
you know what? That was just
Welcome,
tip.
good sir.
That was the tip of the iceberg.
I don't want to know anymore.
Look, I had to break it to my fiance last night what a blue waffle was.
Oh,
I said, don't look it up. Let me explain it.
Oh,
poor woman.
I said,
I
don't
had
look
to
it up. Let
explain
me
that to a
explain it.
coworker.
Well,
Yeah.
Jed Spitzer, yes, he did, but we drove it out of him like an exorcism. Yes. He's like, I'm a good boy, and I'm like, you won't be in about the next 2 hours.
Yeah,
So,
they successfully
No.
corrupted anything that was
No.
left of that. But here we are. I still came back. So no, but so I did want to comment real quick on what you guys were talking about earlier with the the Fallout stuff and looking at Elder Scrolls 6 coming down the pipeline, and
I hope it
Elder Scrolls 6 is
doesn't.
gonna suck.
I hope it doesn't, please. Todd Howard.
No, it's
just-
going to accept
No.
it right now.
No.
It's gonna be
You
bad.
can't make me.
They just put out Starfield.
And
Yeah.
Starfield.
Do Starfield
Rest
2
in
and
that.
Todd Howard can like rest in peace.
No,
being
but
like,
you've seen the team that they've brought on as their creative team now,
yeah.
and it's just there's not any hope on that one.
there's not
Shock,
an
it
Xbox.
sounds like you
bomb.
have some innocence left that you have to lose.
Me?
Yeah, you.
No,
You
I
were
did.
hoping that Elder Scrolls 6 would be good. Homie,
I
like Hayden said, let that leave your mind.
Yeah.
Let it be gone.
oh
And
no,
now
to me,
that
no.
out
It's
and
denial.
it's
It's
good.
straight up denial. To me, it's never
Okay,
gonna
at least
come
you're
out.
admitting it.
It's not gonna come out. Even when it comes out, I'm like,
It's fair.
I'm gonna be like, there is no Warren Bossing say. There is no Elder Scrolls 6. What are you talking? I have no doubt in my mind it's
That's
not
really
coming
good.
out.
So it's like I can remember being upset about some stuff with Skyrim, and then looking back on it, it's like, why? That was a beautiful game. Why was I mad about it? And
Yeah.
Mhm.
it was fun, but to me at the time, it wasn't Elder Scrolls 3, which has
Right.
always been my favorite, despite janky combat from back in the
Yeah.
day, like the story, the factions
You
in
have
that
to kill
game.
a god.
Yes.
Oh
Yeah,
my
you're
gosh.
like,
The whole
God.
point of the game is to kill a god. And it was phenomenal, and I don't think we're ever going to see anything like
That's
that.
what I liked about Oblivion, because I don't like having your expectations like proceeded, because that's cringe. But in Oblivion, you were not the savior of the world. You were the guy who found the savior of the world. You know,
Right,
like
his,
it was
like,
kind of a
personal bodyguard.
yeah. It was kind of it switched it up a bit. Like that was cool,
Yep,
but it
I
wasn't
agree.
forced.
I liked that, but I did love the 3 where you are the savior of the world. But
Yeah,
to mix it up with Oblivion and do that thing where they're like, no, you're his retainer, you're his
Right,
bodyguard,
yeah.
you're to make sure he gets to where he's supposed to be.
Absolutely.
or you
Super
can join
fun
the
story.
cult. That's cool too. You can join the Mystic Dawn cult.
Right. I see, and I love the throwback in Skyrim to the Mystic Dawn cult, where you have the
Yeah, yeah.
Mystic Dawn Museum, and the guy who's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
"Oh, my ancestor was Mankar Cameron." And if
It
you
was so
played
cool.
Oblivion, it was
Right.
just cool to go through and look at all of that stuff.
It was
again.
like discovering like the village Nazi or something like that. And you're like, oh, you collect Mystic Dawn stuff. Okay, I'm gonna kill you now. Like, oh yes, very nice. I have to get out of here now.
But
Oh,
yeah,
you
no,
know.
that was super cool. And then
Yep.
with Skyrim,
Skyrim, you know that's gonna happen.
Woo!
ooh,
By the way, congratulations on 4 years of sobriety.
yeah, that's right. He made it.
Yeah.
Made it, yeah.
He didn't do it, but he made it to 4 years sober.
He gets his 4-year chip.
What
Congratulations.
Fox 6 foot under will do for your
Cheers.
sobriety, I
Cheers.
guess.
Right.
Cheers. Oh god.
But no,
He didn't do nothing wrong.
You know
Off
what
the hip
the
and off
funny
the
thing
rails, baby.
about GTA 6 is? The only thing that's worse than it being good or woke is it just being mediocre. Like that could be
Well,
even worse.
Okay,
Yeah.
so let me
I think that's
comment
what
on that.
happened.
let me comment on that, devoid of woke or any societal things. Laszlo is not involved with this game, so it's going to intrinsically suck.
There's several of the original team not involved
there.
in it anymore. In
But
fact,
but
no
if
one's involved.
that doesn't even matter. Laszlo, excuse my parlance, here, Hayden. Laszlo was a bridge between designers and stuff like that. He was an excellent he would go on shows and he would sell the game and bring the the betas and stuff.
Anthony.
Yes, my favorite show of all time, by the way.
But then they came up with the bullshit community manager role to be the person who's supposed to be selling the game.
Yeah. But like, yeah, exactly. But like Laszlo was involved in all like Love Fist, which is the best made up band name. It's
But
I'm saying like I don't care if they're not woke at all. It's just like I've lived through so many shitty movies. Alien Resurrection, Godzilla 98, like just absolute graping of IPs. Like what like bad ideas in IPs has long pre-existed, long predated like wokeness. So if Laszlo isn't there, that witty sense of humor, that snide sense of humor, like you're not going to replace that man. He is a 1 in a billion type human being.
Absolutely.
So you really have to sell me. If they're not woke at all, that's not enough to sell me on GTA 6. Laszlo,
I think it might be dull.
Laszlo was our compass for humor in video games for the.
He made fun of both sides. That's what's crazy about the game.
Dude.
Like, they just made fun of everybody.
Yep.
You know, it's fantastic.
I had GTA 3 on my computer when I moved out on my own. I had a blow-up bed, an alarm clock, and my computer that could play GTA 3 pretty well. You know, and I remember playing that game, 100%ing it. It was so good. It was so amazing. I remember listening to the radio stations just so I could listen to all the humor.
Oh yeah, the podcast with the lizard people.
No, but he would do it with such.
Edamame beans. I know that soy. You're trying to make me into a soy lizard.
But he would do it with a light touch. He would make fun of Republicans. He'd make fun of actors. He's like, look, I just read words and I'm smart. Like they would just they would absolutely just like, they talk about like, you know, the boys being like, oh, they make fun of left and right. No, like GTA 3, San Andreas, Vice City, 4 and 5 were just everybody was catching strays. And if Laszlo isn't there, you really have to. I have to wait for some really good reviews before I jump into it, because that's one of the few. As much as it has a really good multiplayer game, I haven't played it in a while because I got burnt out on it.
I hate it because they abandoned Red Dead Online, which was the superior of the Rockstar.
Well, it was too
problematic.
problematic.
That face that Nagranol made, I could just tell.
No, but I'm saying like, do you understand what I'm saying? Like, people focus on wokeness too much. Sometimes,
but the problem is it's saturated everything, right?
Oh, totally.
Those articles came out, and that's what I was going to ask. Did we ever get any confirmation as to whether the protagonists, the two protagonists in GTA 6, if the one is Latinx female girl boss and who is dating former white supremacist guy?
Here's the thing.
Yes,
though.
I remember yes,
Yeah.
yes, I do. I remember that.
That's a word you can say. It's on
most
the screen.
video game leaks have been correct. The Naughty Dog leaks were correct. So basically, this guy who went on what's his name, Aiden Ross stream.
Ross, yeah.
He said the story was it was this Latin woman who basically had some random chick like babysit her baby while she robbed a liquor store and then goes to jail. That's
what a paragon of excellence.
If that's it, if that's how the game starts.
Okay, so that as weird as that sounds, it gives me hope. It gives me hope. Yeah, but there's no Laszlo, no peace, no Laszlo, no peace.
GTA 6 though are like, that's not the story. That's really stupid. And I'm like, dude, you need to just embrace it if you want us to have any hope for this game, because that sounds hysterical.
I would love to do, because I followed Laszlo throughout his entire career. I listened to him when he was on Opening Anthony all the time. I want I want people to understand, like, he went hard the entire time. So when he's like, "Fuck it, I'm out," and I know that he says the reasoning is and that's what they want us to do. They want us to like look. They want to gaslight us into thinking everything is everything.
Well,
Like
I think what it is they don't want us to notice, but the problem is that they've gone so hard that it's impossible to not notice.
Right.
Even in some instances where it may not actually be woke thing, we're able to see these little red flags that pop up before it's actually presented to us, and we're calling it out. And that's what we do in the gamer space, is we call this shit out.
And progressivism is oversaturated, like you said, and they want everyone to buy it so that they can rake in the most amount of money. So I believe in genres. I believe you should have your woke TV show. You can have your woke video games. You could do what you like. If you want to make GT6 woke, go for it. I don't care. But watch nobody care and it be mediocre. And then we see, hey, this is why you need to stop pandering to these people. You should come back to the fans who actually liked your games.
And they want to say it's our fault because we're the hateful bigots that won't just go along with
just consume product.
Consume product.
Get excited for next product.
Wait for next product. Yeah. But here's my point: is like people are so like tuned in to like the woke part of it, which that's an automatic like, you know. But say it passes the non-woke test. Well, if it doesn't have Laszlo, then you know, I'm dead serious. Like Laszlo's sense of humor was biting.
I love Laszlo too, but
no, but I'm saying like we have to make sure that we, you know, if you like you can be like, okay, it's not woke.
Here's the thing.
But if you're like, well, it's not woke, but it's still like a 6 out of 10. It's like, no, you need to tell them to get fucked off too.
These people that put progressivism first don't want to make a fun game. That's the missing formula.
They want to teach you.
Well, we won't know until it comes. That's what I'm saying. Like, say that, but
not in it, and it comes out, and it's not bullshit. I bet there's a DLC that Laszlo is back in the fucking game.
Interesting.
I hope so. If he is, but you know what? The head of Rockstar, the head of Rockstar is all about that shit. He's a boring white man who just repeats like bullshit. Like if you watch him, he's not even. He's like, we need to be economic, social governance. Beep, boop, boop. It's like he's not even a good robot. He's like a discount robot.
I think Laszlo saw the signs and was like, I'm not going to be a part of it. But if it comes out and the game isn't shit, I think Laszlo will be like, okay, I'm going back in, because he's been such a staple of the franchise for so long.
So a lot of the
love to be a part of it.
And I totally agree with that. And I'm supposing a lot of stuff. He's not going to come back in because it is woke. That's my point.
I think.
Well, I'm just saying, he's a canary in a coal mine.
No, he has to work for the people that worked under him. So that's the small slimmer of hope, is the people that worked under the Red Dead writer, I forgot his name, and all these people that made these games, they're actually still there. So it's like, do they follow their own, like, you know, do they do what's popular now, or do they actually like learn what their mentors taught them and continue on their work? We have to see that. Did the cancer get to all the interns that are now in charge, or are they going to be like, they taught me how to do it?
That's one of the things with Bridge, right? Is the entire goal of Bridge is to make it the forefront of everybody's mind that works in the company, that they have to implement those things. So they don't have HR that's telling them to do it anymore, because it's brought into the bloodstream of the company. And you're right.
Yeah, I'm I need to go to. Yes, I've been doing it the entire time. I need to go to the hospital.
But no, like I'm just saying that they want it to be every developer who's you know, an industry veteran. They want to instill into them, hey, you have to think about this, and if you don't think about it, you'll have problems. So then they do actively put that stuff in there, and they go, oh, but this is just the new normal now. That's the entire point of Bridge. Make it normal, make it so you can't escape.
Well, I have a question with GTA 6. Do you think that they're going to have a mission as risque, if you will, of you chasing down a gay guy riding around on a Faggio?
Oh, I hope so. I hope so.
If the answer is no, then this game is not going to hit as hard.
No, yeah.
The naked Florida guy is gonna be there. Also, there are a lot of black women twerking on cars, so they may make fun of black people, but they're
that's
definitely gonna
just
make fun of the
actual
Florida guy.
today.
Yeah, that's just Florida.
I have no reason to like think it's gonna be good or bad. Like that's the weird thing. Like there's just nothing to ever know. But I have no hope in it. There's no.
Can we?
reason to
Can we?
think-
Yeah. Can we highlight Jet Spitzer's comment a little above that?
This one?
Are you all right, sir? Like
Yesterday.
So did I. What?
You mean
Welcome to the
yesterday?
club.
Yeah,
Like
this is
like
a different day. You can drink again.
Yeah, I was gonna
Of
say
course.
you drank
You just wait.
yesterday. Okay.
How's it
Happy
this
for you, Jack.
late in the evening and you haven't had a drink yet, sir? Somebody get the police. There's something wrong with this man.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm like this is very pertinent to the conversation. Thank you for pulling the handbrake and yeeting everybody out of the mine car. We appreciate it,
all
Jeff
right.
Spitzer.
All right.
I got to
All
drive
right.
today. Well, thank goodness you drank yesterday.
Yep.
Then you should be sober today.
That's right. That's
Our
right.
chat, as much like people say, our chat is the best. Jet Spitzer is the worst, but I'm here for it. Thank you, sir.
Jet's great.
That's the
Yeah, that's
man.
good, dude.
We're gonna party in California, baby.
Yeah, boy.
Well, Mo, you're making it to Texas now, eh?
Yeah. Well, I mean, okay. Let's be full disclosure and quit smiling, ABF. I know you know where I'm going with this, but I was able to afford a flight, but unfortunately it was on Spirit, so I'm looking for a
Oh
flak jacket.
no!
Nice.
I'm looking
Was
for
nice
a
to
flak
find
jacket.
you.
Spirit?
A parachute or a wingsuit, you'll be fine.
Well, Mo, get your video camera ready on your cell phone so you can get a viral moment.
Well, I have to make sure that the camera is covered with grease and it's like a 10-year-old Obama phone, because otherwise it won't. Like if it's like a clear iPhone video, then nobody's gonna believe me.
Right.
If it looks shitty and disgusting and like the microphone is obstructed by like grease, then then they'll believe me. So
It's always the low quality ones.
yeah, I was gonna say, I'll make sure I sell it. I'll do some post production if I have to. So thanks, Sophie. Sophie, always looking at the glass half full.
That's
I
right.
appreciate
That's
it.
what we love.
That's what I like.
At least,
to
at
do.
least
I
my
can't
corpse will be
black,
on TV, so it'll be okay. So.
Famous.
But you know what? I'm gonna take my chances. If I feel like I'm gonna get like a, okay.
I mean, hey,
All right, here
chances
we go.
are you're gonna have a plus size influencer on your
Oh
flight.
no!
Well,
Oh,
hopefully I have
boo.
an aisle seat.
Oh, well, we're gonna keep it like
So.
this for the rest of the show. That's a great show. That's a great screenshot.
It looks like you're sitting on a stool right now, but it's upside down.
All right, Phantom, you're up. Time to meme it.
Yeah, he's already on it. All right, I'm gonna play this clip, and the audio should work this time.
Guys, be there for me if I was going through something. No.
Nope.
Really not. I hope it sucks. Hopefully it emotionally scars you for the rest of your life. I can't wait to go to your funeral knowing that I could have changed that What the hell? Real quick. I was just asking if you would be there. Be there for me.
I like how he's hanging around the toilet for most of that clip. That makes it even better.
It does. Yeah.
Fucking, he just ended up there automatically. So.
This dude immediately felt better after.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
That's how guys
Oh,
work.
yeah.
He felt good.
And he laughed about it driving his car the next day. Like he just thought about it and was like,
Damn right.
yeah.
You're damn right.
Yeah.
Nope.
That's
That's
just
how
how it
it's always
goes.
handled stuff.
We insult each other, and it's all good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's
funny.
just shit talking, laugh about it, and move on. Nobody takes anything personally. You just roll
Yeah.
with it.
Yep.
That's right.
Exactly.
You make fun of Hayden's like his glass, and it's kind of
My glass is fancy as fuck. All right.
I couldn't see the
I'm
bottom half
jelly
of
of
it,
it.
so I
I
thought
like
you have
it.
the gin and tonic.
If I was the ginger, I wouldn't also have things that were red colored right next to me.
I like it. It's a good glass. It's a good high quality glass. It was expensive.
You need a
Also,
pinky ring, though.
Mo,
That's the only thing you're
I'm
missing.
engaged to a ginger. How dare you? Quite frankly, how dare you?
Ooh,
Thank you.
hot.
It's Mo Zamboni, not Mo Zomboni. I know
All
that
right,
you got
slow-mo.
a dick in your
All
mouth.
right,
so
slow-mo.
I know it's really hard to,
Bujabona.
I'm anti ginger side, and
Correct.
Mo
They
is
have
apparently
souls and we
pro
care.
ginger side.
Quite frankly, we do care. Can't wait to have little gingers running around.
Amy Pond is the best of us. So.
Shout out
True.
Karen.
For
True.
sure.
Anyways, off the hip and off the rails. Woo! That was fun.
Good show.
Yeah, I mean we had Shot come in and Hayden, and figured we'd keep going for a little bit. So
Let him cook.
I got nothing else to talk about unless you guys do.
I love coming on and just hanging out with you guys and just shooting the shit. Like
Oh, yeah,
it's always fun.
Pleasure
Okay,
to share
Jet.
with you.
Okay, Jet.
All right, Jet.
You son of a bitch.
Woo! Yeah, you did pull it. You did do that on Nerd Wars, by the way.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, you corrected yourself real quick too.
Called
I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I pulled an insult from 20 something years ago where it's like you should probably do something with your life. It wasn't incel related. I'm just an old man that can't keep up with current references. So kiss my ass.
You're lucky you don't have tits, or else we wouldn't be listening.
No, I have tits. I have tits. I do. I'm slightly overweight and I'm in my 40s. All right, they're big drippy.
Welcome to the shit show, Weasel.
What's up?
Yo, Weasel. Welcome on.
Okay, Norman Conquest. At least I'm not British. Moving along.
Oh, he's Scottish.
Yeah, go eat
It doesn't matter. They're all shit. Anyways, moving along.
Yeah, go eat your beans.
Damn.
Anybody else want to jump in the ring with me? I'm more than welcome to fight. Let's go. I'm trying to get ready for my spirit flight. All right, I'm going to be blocking punches the entire time.
Be ready.
Woo, baby.
Have that body cam on.
Thank you, Nikok. I appreciate that.
That is respectable.
I do appreciate that. Is it like a 50 American or is it like 50 like Dan Vasc? That's
If only we could see the Michelle Obama in the background disapproving of it. Isn't she back there watching them eat the hot dog?
I think so.
Oh, sorry, the Big Mike in the background.
She's
Sorry,
off
that was
screen.
confusing, yeah.
She's off screen with a paint palette in her hand. That's what he's sucking on. Who wants some? Who wants some? All right,
I'm here
I'm
for
going to
it,
end this
baby. I'm here
Memorial
for it.
Day. I'm going to burn every bridge. All right.
Hey, first,
Me. Sophie.
before we go crazy,
Yeah.
before we go crazy, happy Memorial Day. Not happy Memorial Day, but it's Memorial Day.
Mhm.
So, in memoriam of the fallen, those who have fought for our freedoms, for this country and worldwide, thank you.
Absolutely.
Everybody, veteran, active,
Especially
soldier,
those
thank
that
you.
fought against the ancestors of the Norman Conquest.
Yeah,
Fuck
rip
you.
my ears too. 'Cause Mike, fucking Moses Mike is just like blasting my eardrums out this whole stream.
Do you want me to blast your eardrums? I can blast your
Oh,
eardrums,
God.
baby. I can get
That's
really loud
worse.
if you want me to.
Why don't you just throw your headset like you throw everything else? That'll work.
Yeah, we need a headship.
Hasn't given me a good reason yet, but it will. Promise you.
God, I punched so many darts tonight. What the fuck is going on? I was hot. I was going hot tonight. Sorry.
Hayden, what kind of games have you been playing lately besides Stellar Blade?
I've okay, so
Holy shit! Can we change ABF's name to Mr. Non Sequitur? He just took the bus and went. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I love how your segue was totally non-disruptive and totally natural. It was a totally natural segue. Keep going. Keep
What was I
going.
disrupting? Tell me what I was disrupting.
Well, no, you weren't disrupting anything, but you just took the bus and like turned it over on its side.
You mean he
I put it back on the freeway.
on track? Yeah.
Yeah, you did. You did. Yes,
You're
I'll
yelling at me
admit.
for putting the bus back where it belongs.
yeah, now it's just back in the proper lane.
With a sharp turn, there's old ladies pressed against the glass right now. But I digress.
They'll
Go
be
ahead.
fine.
Bullshit.
It's
The bus
fine.
is. This is a gaming channel, everybody. We talk about gaming. We don't fucking. Yes, every once in
All
a while,
right.
politics will get in the way, and then yes, the bus will run them over. Okay.
Okay, what's the name of the stream? And are we not doing it right now? What's the name of the stream?
Off the
Off the
Tip.
hip, baby.
Oh,
W-
sorry.
and off the rails.
That was
I would grab
Off the
one of
rails,
those if
more appropriate.
YouTube wouldn't get upset.
No,
at
no,
me, so.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Actually, now that I'm looking at it, my Trump 45 1911 right there is crooked.
It's like,
I need to
yeah,
fix
it's like
that.
It is just a little bit crooked. I
Without
didn't
playing with
notice
it.
it until you said something about it. But
Yeah,
you're
I was
gonna have to
playing
fix
with
that.
it.
That's it's glaring now. But no,
Phantom,
so
you're up, meme it.
I've been playing Stellar Blade. Went out and bought a PlayStation 5 just to play the game. Absolutely
Dude,
love it.
that's what I was saying. Like, exclusives are so backwards. Like, they're trying to get PC sales, but instead, they're not going to release Stellar Blade on PC because they want to push console sales.
Yeah.
And I think, like, it's kind of so we're at a weird crossroads where they're going to go back to either trying to do exclusives to push console sales or give up and go PC. And the way they fought PC players and like overseas people, right, who don't buy Sony games,
right?
I think they're going to go back to exclusives because I think their console sales have gone up a bit.
So
Because they
they're
really
gonna
pissed off the
try.
PC gamers.
But the problem
That is
is that with, we had the Blizzard Activision merger, which was the biggest corporate merger that has ever happened. The Bethesda, Microsoft, they own all of the RPG like game dev studios now. But the problem is they're not able to sell their consoles. They're not able to sell their games. Part of it's because they're making shit games.
Well, you can see that with Microsoft. Is like they went full PC. You can get Game Pass on PC. It's like there's no reason to even own an Xbox anymore.
That
You
is
just have a
absolutely-
PC and a PlayStation
Or buy
and
games.
Switch, and you have
That's
everything.
exactly what I was.
Or buy High Five Rush.
I mentioned this.
Yeah.
I think 2 weeks ago. It might have been 3 weeks ago at this point. That Microsoft wants to turn the Xbox into an all-in-one PC that you keep in your living room.
I don't see a
Well,
future for the
that's what they
Xbox
were
here.
trying to do.
But they're trying again. They're trying again.
They
No,
tried
they're
to
gonna
do
do
that
the
with
Stadia.
the Xbox One. Remember what the Xbox
Yeah, oh,
One?
yeah,
had?
I remember that.
I
Yeah.
remember that.
They wanted it to
one
be the
hub
one
for
solution
everything.
in the living room.
Right.
So,
And they're trying again. This time they're trying to go underneath. Without
Yep.
letting us know
Okay, they
about
keep
it. They're just
acting
doing
retarded
things
and
here and
calling it
there.
random things, and nobody can
Yeah,
keep up with what the hell's
exactly.
going on. So nobody's
Yeah.
buying
The
the
next
damn
one.
thing.
Correct.
Yeah,
Yes,
you know what's
we
ironic though
know.
is Xbox tried to push that for so long, and Steam Deck came out and they're like, "Yeah,
Oh,
we,
shit.
we scratch all those itches," and they
Right.
do. They did a great job. They didn't even have to market it that much. They're like, "Yeah, you can fix this thing. You can upgrade it."
Oh, dude.
No,
They just
No,
put it up
Taco,
on the
no.
top. They put it up on the list of newly released or soon to be released, and it was on the top sellers list for like 7 months. Just everybody got one. So many people got one.
Oh, I love it. Like you can do a lot of stuff with it. I took all the Linux based creative programs. It does a great job. It puts a ton of power into people's hands and it's portable. I love it. I take it on trips with me, which I'll be doing to Dallas for the meetup. Thank you very much.
That's why I travel with my PS5 and my laptop everywhere that I go.
Nice.
At this point, I just take it to
Dude.
work, from work, wherever I'm at. I just always take them with me.
So you're a PlayStation fan. Do you bring that glass with you?
You know we keep that thing.
Oh, this glass stays.
It's a bit.
It stays locked up whenever I'm
It's the
off
best
work.
glass. The best glass.
Best
Whole-
glass.
doesn't
Blown
spill
by the best
anything. The
Italians.
best drink.
It doesn't spill. Not like that Chinese
Amazing
glass.
glass, and it just solidifies my seat in our entire community as the VTuber simp because it is VTuber merch, so it's appropriate. That's all I'm saying. But no, I can't even remember what it was I was playing before Stellar Blade. I was playing what was it? There was some random game I found on Steam that's like an 8-bit game.
And those are the best ones, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh,
really
dude,
fun.
it was
Yeah,
great.
yeah.
And it's a early access game, so like there wasn't a ton to do in it. But it's one of those that like I've got hope that something's gonna come from this game. So.
All indie games have to be early access at this point. It's just
they're basically crowdfunding when they go early access.
Mhm.
And
Yeah,
I
you're-
support those games, and I
I
can't
do.
argue against it. So
Yeah, well, and you know, we all know the fact is you're flipping a coin as to whether the dev's just gonna bug off and go do.
I mean, well,
something
usually
else.
they're $20 and you get like 30 hours of content.
Right.
That's not bad at all. If they do fuck off.
Some of
but
my favorite
usually
games.
don't.
Some of my favorite games over the last 5 years are Broforce and Xenocrisis. Xenocrisis
Oh,
is
yeah,
the
those
shit.
ones.
If you have not played Xenocrisis, if you like Smash TV, that is such a fun game. It's so fun.
Oh my
the
god.
fuck.
Make a
Come
note
on.
of that. 'Cause I've never heard of that.
You
one.
never seen those games?
Also, Macaque, how much you had to drink? You misspell a word in every single.
Yeah,
Nighthawk,
he's like.
He was cooked
Are
earlier.
you
So
using our taxpayers' money to buy hentai?
I want to look at Magda's comment. She came in hard.
Magda, this one right here.
Molly is much for a trade.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Look how
I
cute.
mean, I
she is.
agree, but
oh,
Yeah, but there was a little bit of sodium attached there. Let's be serious.
Sodium. Some sodium chloride.
So Nicolai.
I mean, she's not.
There
wrong.
is some table salt sprinkled upon you.
Yeah.
Molly for the win. Yeah, we love Molly.
Xenocrisis on
Best
Steam.
girl.
Is that what you were talking about, Mo?
Yeah, and I have a Genesis, and they actually have Genesis. They have a Genesis version of it.
Oh,
So
nice.
interesting.
yes, they actually have
I will
physical
check that
media
out.
that they released with it.
Oh, right on.
Now, if it was released through limited run games, they can go jump in a lake because they suck.
Yeah.
Hail Carolyn.
Surprisingly, that last message that ABF highlighted, the one that mentioned dyslexia was the only one that you spelled properly. You even have an apostrophe.
I think you were trying harder on that one. That's it. I think you were trying harder.
I think he meant to.
That
misspell
was some
something,
like
and
chicken
just, like, they
pecking
got him.
to make sure that
Yeah,
Really
Right.
sure about this one. Yeah.
He said, I recognize that red squiggly line. I'm gonna change it.
The red squig.
Wait, if you
Yes.
right click, it just tells you what the right word is.
Oh,
Huh?
oh, I've learned to spell shit.
Well, I think we should start doing outros.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, let's get it.
Go for it.
Dagger Knolls
are you going to
exasperated.
tell me how I
Anyways, go
steered the bus the wrong direction right now? Is that what's about to happen?
Seems to be on track.
Despite the best of my abilities, the bus is still on the right track. So,
Well-
I would like to. Well, first of all, I'd like to officially announce just save if I get sick, which I have a nurse and a child, so the chances of me getting sick are quite high.
Yes.
Just save that. I'm going to be showing up to the Dallas meetup if I survive my Spirit Airlines flight. That is. It was really cheap. All right. So, but
pizza great.
I want you to tune in to Leighton Gay on Wednesday. It's going to be a banger like they always are. It's really fun. Lots of crowd interaction. It's just a blast. It's 2 hours of nonsense, and I hope you enjoy it. I know I enjoy it. I know ABF enjoys it. I know Nagranol enjoys it, even though he's Vulcan. He doesn't emote that much, but I know he enjoys it. Yes,
He's doing it right now.
Such a fun show.
How dare you
Yeah,
jump the line,
it's
Taco?
it's really
How dare
fun.
you? Quite frankly,
Great
uh,
show.
I feel like we're the megaphone for the 199, and I'm not trying to say that to be facetious or mean. It feels like people are really enjoying it. There's a lot of people in the Discord, and I feel like it's we're the next step to whatever Geeks and Gamers and erotic.
You have something
offer.
going, and you're
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
the
I'm not
home
saying,
of
and,
the community.
yeah, and I'm not
It's
saying
great.
we're perfect. Yeah, no, go ahead.
We're
there, Hayden,
retarded.
whatever you're gonna say. Yes, no, totally. I have OCD regarding Hayden's glass. It's just like I need to own it now. I
You
can't do
see
anything.
it, but it is beautiful. And
I-
Monetize it.
It's
think
jealousy.
you're a
It's
bigot.
all it is jealousy. It's
You're a
jealousy.
bigot.
I
Yeah, I
can't
think you're a
monetize
bigot
it. A
against
corporation
VTubers.
owns the copyright for it. Like,
But it's been fun thus far. It's only how like 2 months, I think, right? ABF.
What's that?
that
2
we've been
months
doing the
on
GCA. It seems like it's been a lot longer than that, but it's been really fun.
How long have you been gay
so.
on the JCA?
I mean,
About 45 days.
yeah, I mean, you don't just become gay, right?
It's not a choice.
Yeah,
it's not a choice.
You're born that way, right?
Yeah, you're born that way.
Yeah,
exactly.
We looked at somebody last week who was talking about potentially birthing somebody who they were gonna make them that way. So
All right, well, I'm gonna speed up my outro. So I can have another drink because I tried to forget about that. Thank you, Big Dog Jake. So I appreciate you bringing up that trauma again. Anyways, so Leighton gave with the GCA, and by the way, we have had with ABF and Magda and Maldi and Jess, we've had some excellent long form videos regarding important like Disney Renaissance. You really need to check those out. But we also cover recent movie releases. Yes, I'm the artist of that. Yes. 4 years sober. Anyways, so I hope everybody had fun tonight. This has been a blast. Like, you have to understand, we do this for fun. This is not for gain or anything. We're literally a bunch of assholes just trying to have fun. So show up on Wednesday. There's some news coming out regarding me, kind of, sort of, but just keep your eyes peeled on Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it. But seriously, yep, that's for us to know and for you to hopefully never find out. No. Bad risk it. No. No.
But
bad.
no cigar.
Bad. No. If I had a newspaper, I'd roll it up and hit you with it. Anyways, sorry, Molly. Molly can't hear me, so I'm glad. So
yeah.
Anyways, my outro is really long. I feel like I'm challenging Az for being the most preponderance of nonsense.
No, it's fine. You're the most special on the entire panel.
I am.
So.
I think I am special. I'm special. I will be on that Spirit flight. I'm going to be as special as I can so people leave me alone. Anyways, thank you for watching tonight. ABF is killing it. Like, seriously, he's going. Okay, seriously. On the next Tuesday night's main event.
This is a really quick outro.
That was the opposite of FNT around here. Our long outros.
I'm almost done. I'm trying to hook somebody else up. Tomorrow, if everybody's on TNME, ABF on TNME. We need to hashtag. Oh my
God,
we need to get him on. We need
that.
to override. Like, Beardo is at his lowest point. Beardo, they call him Fear the Beardo is at his lowest point. We need to have him taken off TNME and have ABF put on. So that's all I'm saying. Anyways,
he derailed our whole stream on Saturday.
Oh my god, it was so fun though, wasn't it?
It was so much fun. We just stopped playing. Everybody was stream sniping him and just watching him just suck ass.
Dude, I didn't see the Metal Gear gameplay, and I've been the one clamoring for somebody to play Metal Gear.
Hayden, I'm not gonna spoil it, but he didn't die at least 70 plus times.
It was 40. Lady Gravemaster was counting.
I've got to go back and look at that stream, and I'm waiting on part 2 to pop up. I'm waiting to see a notification.
It ain't coming. It ain't coming.
Share my comment there, ABF. That's what I want to see tomorrow. Keep it simple. Seriously.
Come on.
No, seriously. He's at his lowest point. He's on the ground. He fell off a ladder and he broke his ribs. So now it's time to kick him in his stomach while he's down.
Right?
50.
Tweet it out.
50.
That's right.
Anyways, I've been Big Dog Jake.
hold on.
I go by Jake to make things easier. Go ahead.
Yeah, shut up, Jake. ABF's talking.
I was trying to help.
I'm gonna let Shot go first because he has to go soon.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, I do got a dip. Sorry. Anyway, I stream on Kick. Shot
I like pancakes better.
1. Fuck you. How dare you?
Quite frankly, how dare you?
No. Nice and firm waffles, not soggy, not too soggy waffles. No.
Shot,
I'm
it
5.
was awesome being on stream with you, dude.
Yeah, dude. Let's hang out, bro. Anytime you want. It was awesome chatting up some Bethesda cope with you.
Yes, absolutely.
I had a great time with you, bro. I'm 5 followers away from being affiliate on Kick. Shaka Zulu 1.
Nice.
That's where
Oh,
I
yeah.
stream. I make videos, Shaka Zulu 12. I'll probably make a video about First Descendant and how much I liked it. But anyway, had a good time, guys. I got to get out of here. You all have a good night.
All right,
Thanks
later,
for having
man.
me
Good
on.
night.
See you later, man.
Thanks for coming on, Sean.
Of course, anytime, man. See ya.
So,
All right, big dog. How's your chance?
all right. I also have to go. My name is Jake. To make things easier on people, I go by Big Dog Jake, BIGGDOGGJAKE. I'm a professional, though occasional VOA for hire. I'm a political writer and analyst for hire. I love video games. I love metal music, and I will talk to anyone about them. You can find me at BIGGDOGGJAKE on Twitter, Beware Politics, on Instagram, or potentially even on Discord. I have the same name literally everywhere. Shoot me a message if you want to talk about VOA work, if you want to talk about metal music, if you want to talk about video games. I'm there. Maybe hire me for something. ABF, thank you so much for having me on this 6th episode of Storm Is Indeed Coming of Off the Hip.
Absolutely.
Hayden, also, it's been a pleasure being on the panel with you. I really appreciate listening to you. Talking to you.
It's been great, man. Love hanging out. Let's do it again sometime.
Absolutely. Would love to. You guys take care. Everybody be well. Be well. Peace out. Horns up. Fucking rock on. Take care, guys.
Hey, Jake. Nerd Slap. You're in the same spot that Jake used to be, so you're up.
Well, my name is Nerd Slap. I stream over on Kick. I am currently 4 followers away from being affiliate on Kick. Very close.
Nice.
And it's been an honor to be on a panel with Hayden. Honor to meet you, man.
You
It's
too,
been
brother. You
Fun
too.
hanging out with all you. Can't wait for the next one.
Yeah,
That's
seriously,
awesome.
go over to Nerd Slap's Kick, hit sub so he can get monetized. He's got some great games over there. So
Thank you,
I'm
man.
doing it
I appreciate
now.
that.
and he is responsible for making our 2 different intros, by the way. So those are super fun.
Oh, really?
Absolutely.
I always
Man.
enjoy getting hit by whatever he comes up with because they just make me laugh so hard. So
Well, thank you, man. I appreciate that.
Hayden, what do you got going on?
I thought about making a video and then I got busy doing something. So the YouTube channel is still being tossed around, but it is coming soon.
You're thinking about it.
I am, it's one of those things where it's like I get something I want to talk about, and then unfortunately something else comes up. But it is coming soon. It's in the works. But for now, I'll be jumping around, hanging out with you guys, guesting on shows for the moment, and follow me on Twitter, Twix, Hayden Wayne 75. And yeah, I mean, I'll eventually something will happen. I'll make a video or something, and it'll be awful, and I won't tell anybody about it, but I'm sure people will see it. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, thanks for having me on. It's always fun hanging out with you guys. Like I
I'm glad you
love
popped
this
in.
stuff. The camaraderie, just the fellowship that we have here, where we can all just get on and just talk shit and hang out. Paul, what's up, brother?
Yeah, and the further extension of the lexicon of awful language.
Yeah. Boom. Nerd Slap finally got kicked to load. So there you go. You're one closer.
Thank you. I appreciate that, man.
Yep, I just did too. So you should be right there.
Nice.
I appreciate that, man.
By the way, he should be there at the end of the stream. Okay, seriously.
Yeah, we can
Nerd
do
Slap.
it.
Nerd Slap is at 73. 2 people in the audience. Seriously, Nerd Slap is obviously. Look at his intro. He's got a great sense of humor. You should follow him.
Thank you. I appreciate that, man.
Yeah,
I
that was
thank
just
you.
no. Those 2 intros were test runs for his own intro. So can you imagine how good his own is going to be? It's going to be insane. So
Absolutely.
Nagernal, what do you got going on?
Oh, not shit, really. Just modding various channels. But I am 3 away on my YouTube channel, so if you want to give me a sub there, that'd be awesome.
Hell yeah. Look at that. All of you guys just inching your way to monetization. That's awesome. And one day I'll have a channel where I might do something. So you guys are killing it.
Oh,
I'd love to
you'll
see it.
surpass me before you know it.
Yeah, we'll see. I am so it's so funny because the joke that I made in chat earlier where I was like I said I don't know anything about computers, and I did IT for 6 years. That was a truthful statement. I don't know shit about computers, but somehow I was able to, I can put one together and Google some stuff, and that's my knowledge of computers. So whenever I start looking at like potentially video editing and stuff like that, I'm not a creative man. I'm just a dude who likes to talk. That's it. So
that's perfect for YouTube.
Dude, editing is going to be a shit show, but you know what? It'll be fun. Let's just embrace the suck, right?
Yeah.
Well, Isaac, that's why you'll never be great. So sorry. And to close out today, I just want to tell everybody, don't pre-order games. It's lame and gay. Once they have all your money, they bought their yacht. What do they have to prove, right? Yep. They're already partying on their yacht. They're not able to give you an excellent game because they don't need to. They already got your money. So
unless it's an indie dev who is trying to fund making a game and you legitimately think the game looks good, then it's okay to pre-order, I would say.
100%. But see you later, folks.